Guys, welcome back to the channel. I don't know, this is gonna become some kind of series or something like that because there's another update on the whole Doja Cat situation. And in the last video, I said I was kind of over it. I was kind of telling black women as well. This video is more so for black women than anybody else. I was kind of telling black women in the other video. We were telling them y'all should have just shut up and ate your food. And it was an unpopular opinion. Crazy that the same day, not hours later, did Chrissy come out and say the same thing, basically. A lot of the same points were reflected in what she had to say, which was really, really interesting, which was really cool. This was not a battle for black women. Black women didn't get any benefit from caping for black men against this biracial women. Both of these parties have nothing to do with us. So, that was a whole trip. I like how in the comment section, there seems to be quite a few like-minded black women who are just on their own shit, and good. Good for y'all. Unfortunately, I still do see a ton of people on YouTube still caping for really no reason. But anyways, with all of this controversy, I saw mainly black female YouTubers, black women YouTubers coming out here and, canceling, on this whole cancel train for Doja Cat, and some black men too. And, I mean, rightfully so. This is black men's fight. This woman had stuff to say that were that came off disrespectful to black men, so that was their whole thing to go in and whatever they wanted to do. If they wanted to go and drag her for it, go and drag her, but it really had nothing to do with black women. She expressed her own insecurities as a biracial woman, and those are her own issues that she has to face. Those are her issues that she has as a biracial woman. She feels like she's not one or the other. She feels like she doesn't fit in, somewhere in between. I don't know, but that's her ish. That's her baggage, She didn't say anything about any particular black woman. I don't really have a problem with her. Never stood her in the first place. Didn't know the girl. She had the Say So song. That was a catchy song. She had the Rules song. That was a catchy song. Those are the only two songs I know. Oh, no. I know the Juicy song. I know 3 songs from her. Didn't stand the girl. Don't know her, But anyways, again, stuck by the whole thing. Don't cape for anybody. This whole situation doesn't include you. Stop louding up your mouth over it. But here she goes. After the whole fact, she came out with an apology because she felt that pressure because of the black women caping for the mistreatment of black men, which I haven't really seen that energy reciprocated from the collective of black men. Again, if it don't apply, let it fly. If there's any black men watching the video, if this is not you, we're not talking about you. But in the case of black women, it's you drag this girl until she felt this pressure to come out with this apology. And I've never really seen it happen where there was such a collective and such a collective concerted effort from black men to come out and make another black man who is either colorist or who is just anti-black woman somehow to come out and apologize. I've never seen it happen. Didn't happen with Chris Brown. Never happened with Kodak Black. Never happened with Snoop Dogg. Didn't happen. That was the white media that dragged Snoop Dogg. Never seen it happen. Just never seen it happen in general. Never seen it happen with Roddy Ricch's old tweets. Didn't see it happen with XXXTentacion. Never seen it happen with Lil Wayne. Never seen it happen with what's his face? Short comedian dude. Kevin Hart. Never saw it happen with these folks. But here goes black women flying around the world with their capes, caping for black men when it's not really reciprocated, that I see. So anyways, here's her apology, and I'm just going to do a reaction to it. So she says, I want to address what's been happening on Twitter. I used public chat rooms to socialize since I was a child. I shouldn't have been on some of these chat room sites, but personally, I've never been involved in any racist conversations. I'm sorry to everyone that I offended. And, girl, you offended yourself. She was out here telling folks to, actually, people are saying that she was saying for the white dudes in the chat to call her the N-word, but apparently she had called him the N-word, which, I don't know, that shit was weird, but she was out here kind of denigrating her own self, making herself look loose and easy, and, folks are denigrating her in the chat room, and this is what she likes. This is her thing. She's, people speculate that she's into race play, which is a fetish, and, if she feels, so badly about herself that she needs to denigrate herself sexually, that's on her. That's, again, her issue. That's her personal issue. That's a self-worth issue. Maybe she should go and get therapy. I'm a black woman. Now, here's the lie. Here goes the lies. I'm a black woman. She's not a black woman. She is biracial. And we've said this before. Now y'all dragged her till she feels like she needs to go and lie about who she is. She is half black. She is not a black woman. She is not an unambiguously black woman. She is not black like me. She has a whole different experience. Growing up with a white mother, she didn't even have a black father or a black parental figure in her household. So your experience as a quote-unquote black woman is not the same experience as me. And I do know that there are black women who maybe were adopted and grow up in a black household like that and stuff. But even still, if you have 2 unambiguous black parents, you are a black woman. If you have one whole white parent, and if you have one whole white parent, and you have one black parent, you are mixed. You are biracial, and that's not a bad word. That's not a bad thing. And sure, you can embrace both sides. That's great, you know, when you're well adjusted and you can, you know who you are and stuff like that, and you can identify with both your sides and stuff like that without straddling some kind of weird fucking fence. That's a good thing. You can become a well adjusted person. You can be a well adjusted biracial person, and we can accept you as a biracial. You don't have to just to appeal to black people, you know. And I hate this. I hate that black women made this girl feel so insecure that she can't even call herself what she is anymore. She has to go and lie because she feels like, you know, to appeal to the black masses now, she has to come back and call herself a black woman, which is what we don't want anyway. Because this is the fucking shit. This is the fucking shit that ends up erasing the image of unambiguously black women. You know, folks complain, oh, you know, we're not getting representation out here. Oh, like, we don't see da-da-da-da. There's no black women. There's no dark-skinned women inside of the videos and stuff like that these days anymore, and all this stuff. And it's just like, but you caping for a whole Doja and telling her to call herself a black woman now, you know, saying, you're black. Like, how can you say all this stuff? You're black. She's not black, though. She's not black like you. She has black in her ancestry, but she's not black. And now she's out here lying about herself because she feels pressured to. Okay, that's crazy. Anyway, I have more to say on that shit afterwards, but like, maybe I'll come back because I'm just going to try to react to this thing real quick. So half my family is black from South Africa, and I'm very proud of where I come from. You know, that's a whole other thing, because if you were proud of where you came from and everything like that, I don't know if you'd be in the chat room with a bunch of alt-right, you know, racist dudes out here. But, you know, again, that's her ish to deal with. As for the song that's resurfaced, which was the Didn't Do Nothing song, it was in no way tied to anything outside from my own personal experience. It was written in response to people who often use that term to hurt me. I'm in an attempt to flip its meaning, but I recognize that it was a bad decision to use the term in my music. I didn't, like, from the lyrics, from what I heard, like, of the, or saw of the chorus, how much, or what can I didn't do, like, look, I don't know how that was meant to be empowering, personally. But, you know, there goes. There's her excuse. So she says, I understand my influence and impact. Maybe that's true. I don't know. Maybe she did intend to take the word back. I don't really understand, folks. Like, I'm not somebody who uses the N-word and says, like, oh, that's just supposed to be empowering. Or, like, you know, folks try to change nigga to niggas and saying, like, oh, that means a king or something like that. Like, I don't really take derogatory terms and try to turn that shit and mind bend that shit into something that's respectful. Because the way that the world sees it, the world never really respects that shit. So that's always kind of weird to me. But anyways, y'all do you. You know, it's not, that shit's not really, that's not really my culture. So that's on y'all. I understand my influence and impact, and I'm taking this all very seriously. I love you all, and I'm sorry for upsetting or hurting any of you. That's not my character. I'm determined to show that to everybody moving forward. Thank you. So that's the end of her text apology. We don't know if she's gonna go live probably and talk about this more or whatever, but you know, this is probably what her team wants her to write for now. And no doubt, this shit is pandering. Like, if no one found out what the fuck she was doing in these chat rooms and stuff like that, she wouldn't come out with this apology. If she didn't feel the pressure, folks didn't come out here, you know, with their capes flying around and stuff like that, making her feel uncomfortable, she would not come out with this to say either. So, you know, this is straight pandering. But it's just really funny how, again, I've never seen it happen where, you know, Kevin Hart can say, except for with the LGBT community thing, I've never really seen black dudes come out in defense of black women the way that black women really came in defense of black men when they felt like their ego was hurt, when this woman, you know, was out here caping and, you know, hollering at these white boys in the chat, these racist incel dudes. You know, I've never seen the same energy come out from the collective of black dudes when a black woman was being, or a black woman's image or their reputation was at stake somehow. I never saw the same outcry that forced a celebrity black male to come out and be like, you know, I apologize, even if it's just to pander, because we know that this shit is not heartfelt. You know, we know that, like, if this shit could just be, you know, swept under the rug with no problem, she wouldn't come out with an apology. Like, she's not sorry for what she did. Like, but it's funny, like, you know, if Kodak Black was ever addressed for, like, the don't want no black bitch song, ooh, I'm already black, don't want no black bitch, like, if they were like, oh, you know, do you feel bad about what you said, Kodak Black? If somebody asked him today, he'd be like, hell no, I'm not sorry for what I said. Like, I don't want no black bitch. Like, I just don't want no, I just said, I said what I said. I'm already black. I don't want no black bitch. Like, that's the shit that he would say. Like, so it's just like, I don't understand why black women be caping so hard. And it's just like, well, you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted now. I hope you're happy. I don't know what you get out of this, you know. She's coming out here caping, you know, to the black dudes now. She's saying, like, or catering to them, pandering to them, saying sorry. You know, I didn't mean what I said, even though she said it. I don't know what this does for black women, though. Like, what was this supposed to do for you? She said, sorry to anyone I offended. So, like, her own comments about her own hair, okay, that's the closest thing that I saw to her anti-black womanness, and that was to her own self. So, her loving her hair is going to do something for your hair? You know, like, huh? It's going to suddenly make your edges grow back or something like that? Like, huh? Like, what the fuck does this do for you? This is what I don't understand. And it's just like, you could have just sat down and ate your food, though. Because, trust and believe, just like the last video that we made, give it 3 weeks. Give it 3 weeks, and you'll see a whole new slew of TikToks that are anti-black women. Give it 3 weeks, and you'll see a whole new quote from some upcoming rapper hidden in his tweets from 2015 or 2017 about dark-skinned black women, and no one's gonna come to your defense. Folks, the capes aren't gonna be flapping. It'll be crickets. Crickets will be flapping. Crickets. Do crickets fucking fly? Look, locusts will be flapping, and that's about it. A single fucking locust will fucking fly across the sky, and that's about it for y'all. And y'all will complain, and folks will be like, "Shut up," and then that'll be the end of it. So I don't know. Black women, tell me in the comment section if you got anything from this shit. But anyway, I've been out here long enough. I guess I'll see y'all later or something like that. Look, I don't know. I wasn't even trying to make a channel like this, but it looks like I'm gonna have to come out here and just, and just talk on some of this stuff, because I guess I have like some really fucking unpopular opinions. Anyways, we'll see you in the next video.